again, and welcome to the Steve and Mead Show. I'm Steve, and this is Mead. Pardon my voice, I've got a mild swine flu or something. Today we saw Pandora, which is a science fiction horror movie which humanity's last hope is trying to reach an Earth-like planet called Tanis to repopulate humanity since Earth has been destroyed.
I not such a huge fan of Dennis Quaid, but I do remember Ben Foster, one of the main characters from the movie, being in a show back in Nickelodeon, way back in the day, and he was funny in that. So I especially like him. I didn't really like how role for the woman. Pretty much every time she saw another survivor, she just started beating them senseless.
Yeah.
Without any reason.
As if you couldn't tell the humans from the monsters.
Yeah, and I was like, what is the point of that? I mean, shouldn't she be happy to see another human?
Especially when she's been awake long enough to sort of piece
to
something together.
Differentiate, like, that didn't work for me. I didn't like that. For that woman, I just like, she was just kind of like,
yeah,
I'm just gonna beat people up for no reason because that's my role in the movie.
This movie was all right, but I think it had a few issues. One thing that annoyed me was that even though humanity has been pretty much destroyed, at least we still have brown people to do our agricultural work. That's nice to know. That's important, because you don't want to get your hands dirty when you get to a new planet. I didn't really like him because he can't speak English. You'd think if you're going to send a spaceship, to a different planet, you'd have everybody. They don't have to speak English, but at least all speak the same language.
Well, that's why he was in agriculture.
So they could keep him stupid and working in the field.
Exactly.
If it's, 2100 year or something, you'd think we could pass that a little bit.
Yeah, but not in Pandora. I especially noticed how the one black man left in the entire world is the cook.
Yeah.
That was pretty messed up.
So there's a few things that are annoying about this movie. It's kind of predictable, in my opinion. If you've seen a lot of these kinds of movies, then you probably have a pretty good idea what's going to happen next. But overall, it was decent. I think if you were going to see a science fiction movie this week and you went to see Surrogates, then you chose the wrong movie, because I think this is much better than that one, although it's not the best movie around. Again, this movie is just mediocre pretty much the whole way through. Some of the science fiction stuff is cool. One thing that I thought was dumb about this movie, it's orcs in space. You got the guys from Lord of the Rings that come in and take over a spaceship. That's what it's like.
Yeah.
Orcs in space. They're also like the bad guys in that spelunking movie.
I don't think I've seen that.
Where they're stuck in the caves and you got the bat humans after. Yeah, the monsters are just like that. Come on, a new monster already. And these orcs, although we haven't seen them in space, but now you do.
Mutated humans.
Yeah. Due
to a problem in the cryo chambers.
It's kind of dumb, too, because you never find out how that happened, and it doesn't happen to the rest of the survivors. Why not? If it happened to them, why doesn't it happen to you? I was kind of expecting that from the preview that I saw, and then they just ignore that. So who knows where these mutants came from?
Well, if it affected everyone, they wouldn't even have a movie, right? Hollywood. So they got to have people to keep it going. But
that's true. But instead of getting space madness, you might turn into a mutant.
I give this movie C. Pandora, starring Dennis Quaid and Ben Foster, and some other guy that looked really good on the screen, but couldn't act. And then that woman that had a French name or something. I don't know.
I think they tried to get Mila Jovovich for that part, because
really?
Seemed like it was.
She kind of does.
It's like it was made for her, and then maybe she wouldn't do it, so they went with some unknown chick that looks vaguely like her.
She was kind of hot though.
She was alright.
I'll give her that.
She's a little greasy, but she shows her tits, and that's cool.
Yeah.
Not
she was
you
covered
actually see nudity, but
no,
you see some cleavage, and that's cool. That's pretty weak too. It's a rated R movie. Shows some tits already. I give this movie a B. I thought it was decent. It was a little above average, but I don't think it's really. You don't have to rush to the theater to see this one.
Yeah.
You could rent this one and get just the same experience as you would seeing it in the theater. I wouldn't be surprised if this was, a good direct-to-DVD movie.
Yeah.
It's like a high-budget sci-fi channel movie.
Yeah.